All right, so here we are.
Here we are.
For the third time?
This is technically the fourth time because the third time a random woman came and sat with us and started talking all kinds of nonsense.
She was highly inebriated and crazy.
Yeah, she was unstable, that one. Basically, what we're doing here, Tim and I, you want to introduce yourself? Should we introduce ourselves? Is that dumb?
Sure, why not?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Hey, brothers. I can't cuss. Whatever, I'll bleep it.
Yeah,
I'll bleep it. All right, so I'm Pew Brothers. Instagram hype. This is Tim, a.k.a.
Concept Gray.
Concept Gray out
White
here.
backgrounds. That's all I do.
Yeah, white backgrounds, right?
The mundane.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I mean, I like it. It's unique. We've been talking for the last year about doing a podcast, and
so we've known each other pretty much.
Yeah, literally. Like I want to say, like our third time sitting down.
Like we should do something.
Let's do something, right? Yeah.
Because we talk about everything that's going on, who we watch, the Grantham, the Advins, the T-Rexes, the Yankee Marshals.
I'm gonna call you a little Yankee.
Yeah, stop.
Little Yankee over here.
Who else do we watch? I watch Guns and Gadget. You ever watch Guns and Gadget?
I used to.
He does politics, and that's fine.
I know. I fell off because I don't know, dude. When political stuff gets way too in the weeds, I'm just like, I don't care. It's just like when people start crying about their pronouns or whatever. It's just like I don't care. I want to talk about real stuff, so I don't listen to him anymore.
So, in a nutshell, we're here to ask you guys, what do you want? What do you like about podcasts, YouTube shows? What do you dislike?
Most importantly, what do you dislike?
Yeah, what do you dislike? Because we're going to avoid that.
Yeah, we want to start a podcast that isn't in the same mold that you're used to. Like there are millions of podcasts out there, and there's all kinds of different. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts that are comedy centric, like Tom Segura and Christina P's podcast, Your Mom's House.
Yeah.
It's funny, they do videos and they laugh at stuff and they talk about crude things. And then on the other side, like
I do politics.
You do politics, but what was the one you sent me where it was two guys and they were talking gun stuff?
Dirty Civilians, I think is what it's called. Those guys are cool. I like what they're doing. They've caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're doing like life stuff, prepper stuff, shooting stuff. Not just like, oh hey, here's guns, but all the stuff that kind of goes ancillary with our community, like things that are associated with guns. But
what they're doing is great.
Yeah.
But do you want another one of those? You want two guys sitting here drinking bourbon as we are?
You talk about bourbon and guns and watches. I mean, I like watches. I don't know about you, but
I mean, I like watches. I don't own one. My wrists are thin.
Yeah. My wife's watch might fit you. So that's some of what you could get on the podcast.
Right.
Just yanking chains and being real.
Which is what we do regularly. We meet once or twice. I mean, we meet about once a week.
Yeah.
We meet once every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Depends on life.
Yeah, we bust balls. We talk about life. We talk about what's going on. I mean, I've seen your journey from like, a year before getting married or something like this to you got married, man.
Yeah.
Like we sit and we talk about these sorts of things and like.
Yeah.
They're good conversations for us, but like, do y'all want to hear us talk about our lives or talk about what's going on with administrative results revealing his face, like, so we need.
Or Grantham having another kid.
I know, what's he on, like 8?
Yeah, a whole bunch.
Point is, it would be really helpful, and that's what this video is. Like we said, we've already filmed a few videos of us just yammering on, but like, we need your input. We need your input. We need your, what you want to see.
Your opinion.
Yeah, your opinion. But what are you looking for? When you want to put on a podcast, you're at work doing the dumb job you do. We all hate our jobs. What are you putting on to listen to? Are you putting on a little Tom Segura's funny podcast? Are you putting on a Dirty Civilian? Or is there something you're looking for that we could fill? Is there a role we could fill? Mm-hmm. Could we fill your life? Could we fill you?
I mean, I guess like the one thing that we've been consistent on is and I guess this is gonna be kind of played out, but being real. Like we're not like acting, we're not doing that kind of thing. We're just trying to provide solid, real info and real topics. And not only just real info, but real topics and being real. Like, I'm going to give you my real opinion on something, you know? That's the one thing we've never wanted to be like half in, half out with something.
Right.
We're going to, whatever topic may be, gun related, politics, whatever, you're going to get potentially an unpopular opinion from one of us.
I mean, we filmed a podcast. I want to say it was like an hour and 20-minute long. And we spent a good amount of it talking about the Dylan Mulvaney and that world.
Pronoun world.
The pronoun world. We'll call it that. The alphabet people.
Alphabet people.
And that's a spicy topic. Like, do you want to hear a couple of guys talk about something that honestly we all don't really care about, right? Like, can we be honest? I mean,
people say they don't care about it, but they do.
I don't give a
but we talk about it though. So there is an interest. Maybe care. There is an interest.
That's true. That is a point. That is.
Because I know people like, oh, I don't care about politics. And then they're yammering on about something. They just don't consider it politics.
Right.
But it is. Because it's something that impacts your life downstream. May not be right there at the front, but it would be downstream.
It impacts the reality we live in, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we can talk about Target losing what, over $10 billion now, market cap.
God, I don't care.
And Bud Light,
I don't care.
30% down for like 6 weeks going. We could talk about that. I mean, we can make little segments and like certain hot button topics that we can touch on for a little bit. I don't think I want to make it the whole thing.
Right.
I don't want to yammer on about.
I certainly don't want to make.
I don't want to talk about they them the whole time. But
or even ATF BS. Like, I don't want to make that our whole thing. Like, okay, we don't want to make this whole thing, our whole podcast, to be like, what's the word? Like singular. We don't want to get sucked into a box, right? This is another big.
But we do need some. We need overreaching structure.
We need a structure. So if there's, like there's gear, we could talk about. But
there's cameras too, and we can talk about camera stuff in gun world.
But there's a million guys doing it.
Yeah, but they're not talking about involving guns and stuff like that. Does it matter? I don't know.
But someone like Micah Mayfield, he could start a podcast right now talking about filming gun, and it'll be the biggest film/gun podcast in the world.
Don't give him ideas.
I just did. I mean, he won't see this, but
Yeah. So we're at a pot. We're like an impasse because we know what we want to do. We have topics we want to talk about. We have knowledge on certain things, and we want to disseminate it. But we're just not exactly sure what people want to hear, because we can yammer on for 2 hours a night, 3 hours a night about the magazines like this Duramag.
Right.
We can talk about that. We did a visit with them. We did a video. Like, there's certain things. If you guys want to hear about certain manufacturers that we've worked with or work with others, there are topics like that we can talk about how cool those guys are.
We can just talk about people.
Yeah.
We could just sit here and talk about people.
Like, I have an idea of maybe like doing our podcast and having a segment whenever someone asks us, hey, what are you guys doing? We scoop them up and we ask them about guns. So kind of like the, that's a change my mind situation, but we're not changing minds. We're just getting opinions.
Yeah. I really love that idea. I mean, so.
And that would be so random because it could literally be we're halfway through like a certain topic, and then that happens. Someone looks at us like, hey, what are you guys doing? And then we scoop them up.
Right. So, about a year ago, exactly, I wanted to start this podcast where I sat in a park, and let me say, so I actually started this. I would sit in the park, I would set up my camera gear, I had my sound devices, I had 2 chairs, a table, I would bring a cooler with beer, and I would ask random people to sit with me, and I just wanted to have a conversation with them. And I wanted to get into the nitty-gritty of sort of some of these things that are hot button topics in society. And my whole idea was to keep them anonymous, right? So the camera was going to be shooting over their shoulder. What you're talking about, pulling a random person in, touches on that, which I feel passionate about, because people have opinions, and there is something kind of fascinating about hearing a stranger's point of view and not necessarily seeing them. So,
yeah, because we may disagree. We may get into an argument.
That'd be awesome.
Who knows?
Okay, so the little, when that random drunk woman came, like there were a couple spicy moments with her. She was unhinged. Mind you, she was drunk. drunk as hell. In fact,
Self-admitted.
oh my god.
Self-admitted.
I wish we got more. Okay, so we only got 15 minutes of that. Did I tell you?
Yeah. I know it got cut. Yeah.
Yeah. But she said some wild stuff. She said some wild stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
So that's where we're at.
oh, there's another subject that
Oh.
both of us are very much interested in, and that's cooking. You know, we talked about sitting by the grill, shooting. You make a little picanha or whatever.
I need to make you a picanha.
I know.
I'm getting my area set up. We're about there.
So
about there.
You know, that's another thing that you could see. Is us just cooking, talking. But again, do you want to just hear a couple of dudes talk, or do you have a particular thing you want? Like, do you want to hear about our past? We can talk about our past. We could talk about our darkest moments. I don't know.
But no, yeah, there's that. So again, we're asking for your help to help us get this off the ground, because I think once we land on something, we can just keep going. And if you don't listen, so be it. We'll give this a try for a little bit.
Someone will listen.
Some people will, others won't. But it's more than just like this is 2-pronged. It's a venue and an outlet to get our stuff out, and it's also a venue and outlet to get information that people are seeking. Like, what are you missing? What are you looking for? What can you take from me?
Also, we're a couple of artsy fartsy fellas, and we're trying to, you know, we're
A creative outlet.
like we create on Instagram. If you follow us on Instagram, you see our Instagrams. We're trying to find another way to, like, I guess, express our art more and explore, like, I mean, we live in an amazing world, you know? We can film stuff and put on the internet and interact with people. Tim and I met here at this bar.
Right here. Over an old fashioned. On a Wednesday night.
On a Wednesday night. Because we follow each other on Instagram. You know, I moved here to Tampa.
And I was like, hey, bro, let's hang out.
Exactly. And I was like, all right. And I came down here. And it was like we hit it off immediately. That's a beautiful thing about social media and the internet in general. So if there's a way that we can expand on that that beautiful little, like, tool, this technological tool we have, I want to do that, and that's a big driver for me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's where we're at. That's really where we're at.
Yeah.
We can try to do shootings, like videos of shooting stuff. Not crazy about that. Like, let's be real. Set a timer, and once you actually watch a video about people shooting, and I'd love people to be like, okay, it took me 15 seconds before I was like, meh, I'm bored.
Over it.
Yeah.
How over it are you of seeing people shoot? I don't watch people shoot. The only person I watch shoot is Garantho. Okay? I hate to say it,
but he's got entertainment value.
He's got a production value. And we could try to produce stuff in the same vein, and we probably could. But who cares? You know? Like, what do you want to see? What do you want to do? You know?
What do you want? Like, what can scratch that itch of something you're looking for, that when you log into whatever podcast, YouTube, and you're like, I really want this.
Right. What do you want? What do you want to see?
That's all it really is. I don't know if anyone's done this before. I don't know if anyone just, like, in the gun world put out, like, what do you want?
Yeah. I don't know if anyone has either.
I haven't seen anything.
So your input is invaluable to us.
That's about it.
And down the line, we might, I don't know. We're going to figure out ways to, like,
incorporate those things.
Yeah, incorporate people, but I'm trying to, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I personally want this to not only benefit you and I, but I want it to benefit everyone. I want to create sort of a platform that is not only enjoyable, but, like, people can get stuff out of it. Mm-hmm. Okay, I know, like, people don't like the Yankee Marshal, but he gives away hella guns.
Does he really?
He gives away hella guns. Like, I used to watch him a lot. Early on in my, like, gun journey, I used to watch him a lot, you know? And he interacts with his people. And in that vein, I appreciate that, and I would like to interact and participate and provide what do you call it? Like
a return?
Yeah, like, I just want to. I want to get the people who are on board with us to feel valued. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Yeah.
So, I don't know if I have much to say more.
I don't know. No.
You got anything?
No, I want to get this rolling. That's it. I want to get this rolling with content and substance that people want.
Yeah. So help us out.
Yeah.
Right?
Because pretty soon it's going to be like quail content. My wife wants quail in the garden. I want to build a little quail.
Like legit?
Legit.
That what sounds
She wants quails. She wants quail eggs, and they're really good at like they're really good around your veggies that you plant. They eat the bugs, and
Really?
they don't eat the veggies.
Really?
And you don't need a net. You don't need a coop for them. You just need like a little like hideaway, and they'll be happy.
Like a little
Little
cave.
Yeah, little cat cave. Yeah. And they just and they lay eggs.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never had a quail.
Yeah, it's good. They're tiny, they're like this little big.
Little guys. Yeah, I've seen them at the Asian market.
Yeah,
They always have them
yeah.
at the Asian market.
They're really good on top of like sushi with like a roll. You top it with a quail egg.
Really? You see, we got food, we got gear. Like,
Yeah.
figure it out, guys. All right.
All right. Thanks. See you guys.